Here we are at 2Bennett Audimotive, one of the premier Audi tuners in North America. Personal good friends of mine. In fact, back in 2000, they built what was probably the best Coupe Quattro ever for me. But enough about that. Let's go inside and take a look around. Hey, surprise.
Hey,
What's up,
man.
Andrew? How you
Good
doing?
to see you.
Likewise.
It's been a minute.
It has been some time, but I'm happy to be here. Hey, you want to walk me around this place? Give me history, show me some cool stuff.
Okay. There's a bit to see. Let's do it.
Let's see it all.
Ooh, maybe I might.
All right. We got a nice malachite green Quattro 2Bennett A2 long wheelbase wide body job in progress.
So what's the story with this? It looks like a Quattro style, but it's obviously got some fatter flares on it.
Yeah, this is the factory first effort long wheelbase sport Quattro for Group B, built in. They introduced it in '84 before they shortened the chassis to make the sport Quattros that are more well known.
Sick.
Yep. So this is built on a street legal U.S. chassis, and it's getting an engine conversion, 20 valve turbo as well. Sport Quattro 2Bennett replica intercooler, it's bar and plate, higher efficiency than the original. And then these are all replicated Sport Quattro parts that 2Bennett builds in-house, one by one.
Oh.
So it's going to be pretty awesome when we're done. Lots of time to go. We got another 500 hours on this one.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And then this is cool. We're getting close to done on this S2 conversion. Pretty proud of this job. Nice all Alcantara interior and pretty awesome audio system we got carried away with for the client. Really like how that turned out.
So you guys had this put in?
No, we do everything.
You did it
in house. Yeah, we don't sub anything.
right.
So yeah, really sounds awesome. Just enjoy that so much. When you're not listening to the engine, you got some good beats to listen to.
Right, kind of modernized stereo for the classic ride.
Yeah, really just trying to bring as much contemporary without letting go of the original je ne sais quoi. And then this is an AAN engine that's got RS2 upgrades, including that Ultra Halo RS2 intake manifold everybody likes.
Yeah.
And air conditioning and 500 watt fan system to cool off all that heat it's making. Upgraded turbo and injectors. Yeah, nice carbon fiber interior work. Nice set of old school Recaros. Yeah. We're waiting to put the horn cap on that pretty rare Audi Sports steering wheel until it's ready for pickup. S2 instrumentation. Matched the Alcantara to the back seats as well. It's pretty awesome to see back there.
Oh yeah, that looks really nice.
Yeah, we carried the theme throughout.
That's super clean. As you know, this is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Man, it's to drive it is to love it. It's just so fun.
Yeah.
And it gets some respect from the general public. It's surprising how many people really appreciate it when you're out on the road. and
Right.
it pulls strong. You know, it's got that old school turbo lag that just makes you smile when it comes on. Hard.
Yeah, hits hard.
Yep.
Missed that.
This is a RS2 that's just in for some service restoration work. This one was made relatively well known just from selling on BAT that had already been plated for the US when they became 25-year federal cleared.
Okay.
So fairly nice car, not much corrosion or anything, but you know, still that being as old as they are, there's always work to be done. So we got it running strong and reliably and pulling the way it's supposed to.
All right, so the RS2 was a 93 model, right?
94, 95.
Okay, 94, 95,
Yeah.
2.2 liter,
Yes.
5-cylinder turbo.
It's the Evolution final, as good as they got in mass production. The top dog for the 5 cylinders, the Sport Quattro parked beside it. That's a rare and special car. This is one of the 200 that were built homologated by Audi to race Group B. And this one was a late production, number 192 of the total, something like 212 or 13 that were built. Beautiful car. It's had a pretty interesting life. Went to Oman, spent almost 20 years in Oman before coming to the US and being restored by us, where it's been ever since.
So cool. This is definitely, I mean, for sure, far and away my favorite Audi ever.
Yeah, you're not alone
Certainly.
in your love for that one. Yeah.
And so, just touching back to the RS2, I mean, for those that don't know everything so much Audi, you say 94, 95, massaged by Porsche. Right.
Yeah, and that's really made them ultra desirable. The Porsche community has recognized the RS2's place in Porsche's history, and yeah, I'd say a good number of them these days are owned by Porsche enthusiasts that just want to hold a little piece of that special history on the unusual collaboration that happened when Porsche was looking for creative ways to go marketing in the mid-90s and keep their boat floating.
Right. Yeah, my understanding was that they were in a little bit of financial troubles, and
Yeah,
and
that's
so
how
this
that's
collaboration
how I
was
understand it
good
as
for
well.
them. Yeah.
Yep. Cross marketing, and so it was a big win for Audi too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, a lot of fun to drive.
Right.
It's fun to have a couple of them here.
Yeah, these are super cool. I know the Mercedes crowd has sort of something like this, but it's not really the same. They like to think that the 500e or the E500 was a Porsche product, but it was really just manufactured at their facilities apparently. But they didn't, do any massaging of the engine or anything beyond the engineering for just fitting the Mercedes engines into the Mercedes cars.
Yeah, they did some work on this one. They did Porsche brakes, Porsche hubs, special bumpers. When you look at the front bumper on this, it's really more of the Porsche soft lines that you just would not expect to see on an Audi at that time. I mean, that is absolutely Porsche design,
right?
To get that appearance. The lights that are in the bumper are straight from a 993 twin turbo, pulled the parts right off the shelf. The mirrors, same thing, straight off a 993 twin turbo from that era. Just pulling parts from the parts bin to make this extra Porsche, and it all in this super sleeper Avant package. This was the original, the first RS model that Audi did, and they dropped it strong. So understated, but just a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Right, this is one of those cars that would keep up with supercars of that era, Ferraris and things like that. It was putting them to shame.
All-wheel drive, they handle really surprisingly well considering the time, and the power is impressive as well. Stock at 312, easily upgraded just with software to like 375. So lots of fun.
Sheesh.
Oh yeah.
So cool. Show me something else that's cool.
Yeah, let's walk.
I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff everywhere I look.
Yeah. This is kind of funny to see. Just go take a quick look back in some archives. We have just ridiculous stashes of stuff that nobody should keep. Just interiors from 80s and 90s and 2000s. Audi everywhere. This is basically it's an office secretarial room, but we just use it more for storage of stuff. We just can't seem to let anything go.
Right. I mean, that's how it is with these classic cars. Like, if you don't hold on to the stuff, you lose it.
Yep.
And once it's gone.
Yep. We're pack rats. For better or worse.
Right.
Parts department.
That's us.
Josh.
Parts department.
Yeah. There's Perry.
What's up, Perry?
Hello.
Yeah, so this is a big inventory of old school Audi parts. Lots of really rare fuel injection and brake system parts, and on and on. We build our own suspension and brake systems, so we have to inventory all of the components it takes to do that kind of stuff. And if you look down over there, you can see that's where we manage the inventory for our suspension custom systems that we build. Every system is hand built to order after a conversation with the client on how they're going to use the car. A street setup's going to be totally different from a track setup, or a cross use, maybe overland type extended ride height setup. So we try to keep it tailored to really work to make that customer smile.
Right.
Yeah, and just more and more this clutch systems and various brake R&D systems, and on and on and on. Yeah, we're gonna work our way into a corner here, but
All right.
let's
back
back
here.
out. Yeah, we'll go a different direction.
Let's do it.
Splitter from a B2 4000. Those are pretty awesome.
Right.
Makes that lit come to life.
If you got a 4000, you know who to call.
Yep. Email's better.
Well, true. Don't call. Email.
Yeah. I'm gonna go out in the shop.
Now, it's like a candy store for some.
Yeah.
Oh, the shop. Here we go.
Shop. Yeah. Or Quattro, and for tuning and upgrades, suspension, air conditioning, serpentine belt conversion. It's got a 20 valve turbo that was not installed well, so we're just really making that, bringing the fun back to the car by making it ultra reliable, and just trying to make it look easy, which is a hell of a lot of work.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the key, right? I mean, when you have these old vehicles, if they can be made to be reliable and everything, then that's where you want it.
That's it. I mean, it's no fun if it's not doing what you want. So we just really try to go beyond just appearances and make it functionally what everybody dreams of. Yeah.
Right.
So we got it's like a Mark 1 TT just for some service work, and then we got an RS2 in that we had the transmission off and the cylinder head off, just doing restoration, refresh work without getting too carried away.
Right.
Another, these RS2s are rare, but for us, our Quattros and RS2s are every day because we take them really seriously, and we hold on to the resources to be able to fix them correctly. And so, yeah, we love doing it.
Yeah, I love seeing it.
Yeah.
I mean, where can you go and see RS2s and Coupe Quattros and Sport Quattros?
Yeah.
With 2Bennett. What's going on back here?
We've got a lineup of some parts cars.
This is kind of your boneyard.
Somewhat. Few of these are kind of slated for heading to the dismantler soon. Once we've kind of extracted what we need. We got a bigger boneyard over here, which is it's overflowing. You know, if anybody's looking for a chassis or you know, something more substantial on a car from the 80s or 90s, might be worth sending us an email just to see if we might have something. So you just sort of look over that fleet. There's like 4,000s and 5,000s, 100, 200, Cabriolet, A8, A6, S2 part out. But yeah, we're looking forward to having a few less of those.
Right.
It's hard to say no. It's that pack rat mentality. Hard to let it go.
Right. I get that.
Yeah, we save as many of them as we can, you know, but my God, there's a lot to save. We're better off saving them for someone else than just trying to hoard them.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So if anybody's in need of something, just drop us a line.
Right.
And,
Hit them up. Email. Don't call.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah.
call if you're
Yeah.
Chatty Cathy.
Email's good. Yep.
I could say the saddest things that I ever see is when you see that guy's yard. He's got, like, you know, he collected those cool cars. He found them.
Yeah.
But then he just put them there in the
Right.
yard, and then
Yeah.
they're never getting restored, and they're just wasting away while someone else could be loving that thing.
Yeah, if you do a sweep here like this guy, this one we're kind of mid restoration on. We're about to do a engine build for higher power with some upgraded rods and pistons and things. And then that S6 is waiting for a clutch. That S4 is it's just here for some refresh work. Guy needed to bring it in from a few hours away because he just didn't have anybody in his neck of the woods that he could trust with it.
Right.
That S6 is here for a custom hitch job and some trick suspension and some tweaks to just really make it do some things that nobody thought it could do. That one's here for routine service, pretty straightforward stuff. This V8, this D1 V8 is that's here for full restoration. So we're trying to chip away at it here and there, but it's a lot of work. So we might have that car here for another couple of years to really get through it all.
And is that a 4.2 or?
Actually, it is. Yeah, it's a 93. So it's the later model that got the 4.2, and the client grew up in the back seat of one. His dad had one. It's just this nostalgic passion project that he just wants to see through.
Yeah.
So we're helping him get that perfect car. We went through the motor. It's running beautifully, but the cosmetics they've got a long way to go. So
Right. Yeah, it looks a little rough.
yeah.
And then a big A8 next to it.
Yeah, that's
S8.
that incredible restoration upgrade job we did a couple of years ago. That car is actually for sale on Hemmings for $75,000.
Wow.
It's just incredible. I mean, the level of detail in that car is outer limits.
And that's a S8 or A8?
It's an A8L.
Okay.
That's been restored with all of the factory S8 components that we could get from Germany. So we're talking, 6 figures investment in what happened there. And that car was it didn't really need to be restored to start with, but it got restored to just make it sort of as close to better than new as is possible. So it's a little dusty right now.
Right. Beautiful car. This is like the Ronin vehicle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Executive sled. Yeah. So
Yeah.
scheduled to get washed and put back in the showroom soon. But yeah, hopefully we can find a new home for it. The gentleman who owns it, that had us restore it, moved on to having us do another job after that, and he's somewhat eccentric. So this is, believe it or not, a pretty amazing value for whoever it is that gets to buy it, enjoy it for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Break out your cash.
That's a right-hand drive Quattro with some corrosion issues that is waiting to get rolled into the body shop for corrosion repair work, and possibly a conversion to left-hand drive. We'll see how that goes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why would you convert it to left-hand drive?
Yeah, it's just personal preference.
Right.
Right-hand drive seems like a really neat novelty.
Until you do it?
Yeah, until you drive it, and most people kind of get it out of their system fairly quickly once you get behind the wheel, and nothing feels quite right.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What else? Is that the tour, or is there more?
There's always more.
Right.
We
It
could-
never ends.
Got some fabrication going on. Just a clean room for doing brake work and media blasting, just to keep the dust out of.
Okay. What's he customizing right there?
That's a carbon fiber sunroof elite panel for a B5.
Okay. Go ahead. Chasing behind you there. Yep. Oh man, that was quite a tour. Really appreciate it. Like,
Yeah.
my eyeballs are just coated over with
Oh man, I'm so,
Audi goo.
I'm so,
I love it.
so happy to share the love. Yeah, it's a lot of fun getting to work on, cars for folks that really care about them and that are, passionate about Audis. So we're fortunate to have a great client base that,
Cool.
that gets all that.
Yeah, it's awesome, and you get to chase your passion, have fun,
Yeah.
and make a little bit of a living doing it even.
Yeah. It's enough. We keep it going.
Nice. Well, thanks again, Andrew. I really appreciate it.
Man, anytime. You know where to find me.
All right, so that's a wrap of our walk around of 2Bennett Audimotive. I really appreciate you guys spending the time with me. Please like and subscribe. If you've got something special you want to see in the future, please drop a comment. Tell your friends, and we'll see you next Wednesday for another installment of Auto Afflicted.